We will need to provide meaningful responses to the unrest the country saw at the start of July, because beyond the emergency response, these crises show that there's a real danger of national fragmentation and division. There's a need for authority, for respect, and legitimate expectations. And we'll have to come up with a response that is complete, meaningful, and nationwide.
Well, for more, we can speak to Clovis Casale standing by at the Elysee. Hello to you, Clovis. Tell us a little bit more about the message that Emmanuel Macron was trying to send.
Well, first, everybody wanted to hear President Macron talk about the riots of recent weeks that shook the nation, and he did. He said that we will respond to the urgencies and that this new government will provide deep answers to address the causes behind these riots. President Emmanuel Macron saying that the local level was, of course, key, and therefore the government and the French state would be working hand in hand with mayors and with families, this in order to provide more opportunities and better access to education and culture to the youth in those disadvantaged areas of France where riots took place. So that was very much a key point for him to stress. Emmanuel Macron also speaking of the need for continuity and efficiency and asking his ministers, the ministers of this new government, even though it wasn't a major reshuffle, only 2 new ministers for key portfolios, let's say, at the health and education ministries. Well, Emmanuel Macron said that his ministers needed to work towards really changing the lives of the French people in order to show concrete results when measures are implemented, saying that very often when the government decides measures or put in place new laws, well, the French people don't really see in their day-to-day lives changes, and that needs to change.
Clovis, tell us more about the challenges facing this administration moving forward.
Well, the main challenges are very clear. Will the French people take to the streets in the coming months? Remember, for Emmanuel Macron's pension reform, it provoked, should I say, hundreds of thousands of people taking to the streets to demonstrate. And President Macron was very clear. I have a mandate. I was elected by the French people on a very clear manifesto, and that is to reform the country, and I will continue. At the same time, President Emmanuel Macron saying that he wants to reindustrialize the country, continue to create jobs. Emmanuel Macron saying that under his presidency, 1.7 million jobs were created. And the French leader also saying that his government needs to continue to fight social inequalities. So, if you will, a social democrat manifesto. That's the way he's presenting it, the French president. The French president also saying that, coming back to the riots, authority but hope need to be 2 of the guidelines to govern the country and handle the situation with these riots. A very important issue to address, but there are many more. He spoke of work as well as merit, progress, as well as fighting for the environment with greener energy. So a very broad speech today at the cabinet meeting where the French president outlined his vision for this new government.
All right, Clovis, thank you very much. Clovis Casale reporting from the Elysee.